What's going on, my boys? Welcome back to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. The Ultra Mecha Chicken is now here. Blue Chicken deck has appeared. So I want to talk to you guys about this deck, the Cerulean Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys deck. It's a very interesting and powerful deck because it has many ways to summon a monster. Now, what's most disgusting about this deck is this little card right here, the Disciple of the Nephthys. When you activate this monster's effect, you can destroy a card in your hand. And what's so gross about that, you can just pop Geartown for a free Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon. Now, it's actually pretty hard recording some replays for this and capturing some video, because as soon as you would do that, people would just scoop. They just weren't having it. This is honestly a bullshit ass trash combo. They don't even want to see what's next. But typically when you activate this effect, you pop your Geartown, you search your deck for this card, activate your ritual spell, throw this card away, summon this, special summon this for free, and get right in those jammies, as you saw in the replay. It's so disgusting, man. It's like this deck has a lot of different moves in it, a lot of different plays in it, which is what I like a lot about it. And it has many different ways to destroy a card. So coming across Yubel isn't really a problem, because you have 1, 2, 3 cards to play that can help you pop cards, because you're gonna either be summoning either 2 of these and 1 of these, or some variant of this mix. But pretty much these ritual monsters are absolutely broken, and using them as tribute fodder for one another will help you to get the effect of this card off, which allows you to destroy multiple cards. Now, the crazy thing about Cerulean Sacred Phoenix is if you can get a Sacred Phoenix and a Cerulean on board, you can pretty much control the game from there. You can keep your opponent from getting a monster on board, while also constantly removing their back row by destroying this one card and going over and over again in a loop. But the funny thing is, they don't even survive that long, because we run cards like Treacherous Trap Hole that allows us to control the board and also destroy our own monsters. So as you saw against the mirror match, when I had the Cerulean Sacred Phoenix on board against my opponent who also had Cerulean Sacred Phoenix, I was able to use the Treacherous Trap to destroy both monsters, and by destroying both monsters, I'll get the advantage because it's going to come back on my standby and allow me to take game. So it's just broken, man. I feel like a lot of people like to use this, like either use it straight up, or they're using it with matching with Yubel. And previous to me playing with the actual deck, I used to think Yubel was top deck, but I honestly feel like either this version will be top deck or a variant of it abusing Geartown, because popping Geartown is just too good. I like to use Ties That Bind, because this card, sometimes you'll have it on the field and it's in attack position. If you do ties, you'll get a couple attack points, which could help you end the game quicker. And also, this card is a level 2 monster, and Beatdown wouldn't power this card up. Now, Beatdown, of course, will be a little more advantageous, because there are times where you will just have this and this, or this and this, or this and this on the field. And if you have those monsters and you're using Beatdown, it's just so much more powerful than Ties That Bind. But at the end of the day, I think ties work pretty good. I think the deck speaks for itself, because you can run the deck and you do not need to run any type of draw aids, because there's so much searchability in the deck. And then also you can run cards like Card of Soul and anything else you want to make this deck run. So the biggest weakness of this deck is, of course, that all the effects happen in the graveyard. So Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer could end this deck by itself. Don't forget Kaiku exists. So if you're getting sick of this deck, don't forget Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer exists. If he deals damage to your opponent, you can banish 2 monsters from their grave, and this is an easy target for Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, because it's only 1200 attack. So that's a little hint for my boys who hate this deck already. And then yeah, don't forget cards like Soul Release exists in the game, so you can go ahead and banish your opponent's entire graveyard, which will also help you out. But with this deck, I found out some insane combos. Of course, you know, using cards like Defender of Nephthys, popping it in the deck will allow you to pop a Phoenix in the deck. The only reason I don't use it is because it's just a little too slow, in my opinion, and I'm trying to kill you on turn 2 with this deck, and if not on turn 2, kill you on turn 4. So with that being said, sometimes this comes in and it's not necessarily fast enough, but I'm still working on the deck, still fine-tuning and refining it, but I really do like it so far. If you're asking me, do you think that it's worth going into the box and spending your gems on this deck? I think yes, because it is competitive if you want to play this deck. But that's all I got for you today, my boys. I really appreciate you watching the video, and as always, keep it blue.